The manga starts off with our protagonist Amami meeting up with his friends and apologizing for being late. His friends ask him if he had a lot of patience recently. He confirms and says it's been a while since they had a drink together. His friends say that he is always working and needs to take some time for himself, to which he says he's fine and in good shape. Then his friend asks the other why did he invite them out here, and to their surprise he says he's going to become a father. They congratulate him and Amami asks that are they also throwing a farewell party for him transferring? They get sad thinking their friend is going some faraway island. He says the people there don't have a doctor and are in need, and he's happy to go fulfill that duty. Suddenly he gets a phone from the hospital. He tells them to get preparation ready for the treatment, and that he'll be there in some time. His friends asks what's wrong, and he tells them that he has to go treat a patient with cirrhosis. After all, they are his patients. He leaves while congratulating his friend. His friends worry about him but decide that a good person like him won't get into any trouble, because all he does is for the sake of others. At the hospital, he tells the assistants to get the EVL ready for the hemostatic process. After some days pass, Amami tells the patient and her mother that some complications were found, but the process is complete, and looks like the medication has worked well as well. In the background, two nurses discuss that the doctor stayed the hospital overnight again, and that he works too hard. They get sad that today is his last day. On the other side, the patient named Nana thanks our protagonist, and they both smile at each other before bidding each other goodbye. But our protagonist reminds the girl to take her meds. The nurses, while discussing, are interrupted by our protagonist, who thanks them for all they have done to help him. They welcome him, and he tells them that he hopes he will return one day. On the way to the island, there is a storm, and Amami gets seasick from the experience. The captain asks him if he took the meds, to which he states that maybe they never worked in the first place. After arriving, he is greeted by an old man who welcomes him with a towel to dry himself off. Amami asks if this is a storage room, to which the old man replies that the guy in charge was drunk. Our protagonist doesn't under the dialect of this. Amami asks again that he heard the island was without a doctor, and says if they are in need of medical assistance, they should come to him. They tell him that they are happy to see the doctor and are thankful for him coming here of all places. He tells them that he appreciates their welcome and he'll do his best. The island people tell him to take it easy and rest. Our protagonist thinks he should first understand the dialect of this island. He drinks some water contemplating his situation, and suddenly thunder crashes down on his house and zaps him. In a forest somewhere, a carriage is passing through with slaves on the back and strange creatures pulling the carriage. We see an animal-eared girl shackled to the back of the carriage, breathing heavily, and then suddenly falling down, which causes a commotion. One of the guys in charge of the carriage notices the commotion and asks what's wrong and see the girl's fallen down. He shouts at her to get back up and start walking, but from inside the carriage, an ominous-looking, creepy old man tells the guy, Crane, that he should leave the girl behind and kill her, saying that she is a defective product. Crane tries to argue, but the ominous aura from the old man shuts him up, and he drags the girl to the side in the bushes a little far to finish her. Just as he is about to kill her, a chimera appears, and Crane runs away, shitting himself. Back to our protagonist, who is in the forest, wonders how he got here and shout for anyone out there, but no one to answer him. But he notices a strange creature sipping his spilled sports drink. He inspects it up close and wonders what it is and compares it to a slime from games. The slime gestures him for more of the drink, to which he lets him drink more. Suddenly, he is crashed into by someone who is none other than the girl from before. He notices her strange ears, but also notices her heavy and rapid breathing. The girl tells him something in a foreign language which he doesn't understand. The smile jumps on him and covers his head with its body. He coughs, but suddenly he is able to understand the girl who is saying run. He questions her, but then he sees the chimera from before and realizes that he is in trouble. He starts running, carrying the girl. As he gets chased around, he drops the girl and tries to attract the attention of the beast towards himself and away from the girl. As he is about to be cornered, a sudden burst of water like that of a spring appears in front, and the beast walks away. It was the slime who helped him by doing that. Our protagonist appreciates his friend's help, but turns his attention towards the girl who is still breathing heavily, and he realizes that she has an allergic reaction.